Yeah, I think a pretty, exciting game. Didn't feel like ever a dull moment. I thought for our guys to come in here, great environment. I thought great atmosphere and ups and downs. Resolve was certainly there for our team. They never wavered. They continued to believe, and different guys step up at different times to make some plays. And really, really proud of the way they battled, the way they never ever wavered, and just continued to fight.
You talk about persevering. You talk about that touchdown pass to Amir late in the third quarter. It seemed like that was a play you guys were trying to hit on
Yeah.
two different times.
Yeah. We just missed Cam on it. A couple plays before that, and I mean they're gonna do what they do, right? And they're gonna really put that much pressure on and just play straight man, and decide like you got to beat us. And we didn't until that point in time. We had it with Cam, we just missed it, and then we came back with Ymir and ended up hitting that, and that was a big one. And then we probably had another opportunity or two later. It was just we wanted to keep the ball on the ground and just keep chewing away at the clock.
Have you ever seen Alonzo that excited after a touchdown?
No. No, I've never seen him that excited about it, but it was exactly what, the doctor had ordered. I thought we called a really, that's the play we worked on all week long. They show everybody up on the line, and that puts an advantage that as they rush, if we can kick one guy out, there's nobody left. And that's exactly what happened. I thought Zoe did a great job, but man, that was cool to see that come out of him as well.
I think Zoe said it best when you're big, when you're in a rivalry game. You kind of just throw skill out the window
Yeah.
in anybody's game.
Yeah.
Kind of go a little more detail on the toughness and intensity of today's game.
Well, it was there. There was chippiness. There was toughness. There was a lot of stuff going on. After the whistle, there was just big hits. Watching Joby take that hit and the paint chips fly off his helmet, and it was a battle. It was a really fun game to be part of. It was fun to watch them just keep competing. It was ups and downs, and you didn't know which way it was going to go, and they just kept competing. And we're doing it with a ton of confidence. They started fast. All throughout the middle of that game, their competitive stamina was extremely high. They never slowed down. They never lost, their edge. And then in the end, they finished strong. So start fast, finish strong. In the middle, it takes a lot of competitive stamina, and they did just that.
How about your defense holding them scoreless for 29 minutes there in the second half?
Yeah.
Finds that late touchdown. Just how about the job they did?
Yeah, they did a great job. And I thought they did a good job in the first half. I think that, we just missed a couple little fits in there. This is a game you have to play against that type of team, just so disciplined. It's similar to a Army, Navy type. You miss a single gap, they're finding it. It's not that is, and they go fast and they do a really good job. That's not easy. So I think that, we found, the right guys that were understood exactly what was going on, because we just missed a couple fits earlier. And I thought our guys just played really, really hard. And then to hold them to that, was very, very impressive. Getting after the quarterback, especially on first down passes where we were able to get them behind the chains twice and put them in second longs, certainly helped us to, be able to come away with the victory.
Along the lines of that, how much of Joseph's lack of completions was about taking him in the pocket and not letting him through?
Yeah, a lot of it. I mean, you saw him when he ran down that sideline and got knocked out at the 2. He was a threat, and you saw him, and they motioned out of the backfield and ran the quarterback draw for the touchdown, and then the 2 counter pluses that they ran earlier, those were all part of what they do. And I thought, they're a well-coached team. They executed well, and I just glad our guys fought the way they did. And I'm just really proud of the way TJ played back here in his home turf, and just stepping up in Dobbs' absence. Like what a competitor and a warrior.
That 4th and inches on the last drive for Alonzo drew him off. Was that a situation you're going to try to do that, maybe eat the 5 yards, or you're going to maybe go for it anyway?
What's that?
That 4th and inches when he drew the offsides on the
Yeah,
last drive.
yeah.
Was that when you eat the 5 yards there? If you didn't get him?
Who knows? If it was the right look, we were going. Just who knows?
Curious what your staff saw that sort of led to the onside kick to open up the second half.
Oh, exactly. Well, it was a perfect look. We were exactly what we needed. We just, had a miscommunication, with one of our guys out there. Like, as soon as that ball goes 10 yards, you could hit the guy. And I think he wanted to wait to see if he was going to catch it or not. Instead of that ball was at 10 yards, he could have ran right through him, and we had everybody else circling in. So, that was just we didn't have him ready to go in that scenario. He didn't know fully the extent of it, and that's ultimately, on me that we weren't 100% clear on it, because it was drawn up perfectly. It would have been blocked extremely well and executed at elite level. We just didn't understand the mission fully, and that comes back to us.
What were you seeing him like keep going to the deep ball? Because, like, yeah, I mean, you're a 68-yard ball, but you're also trying to have a lot of guys in the day.
Well, I mean, when you get straight 0 man, right, everybody's on the line. You have 5 linemen, and they put 6 guys up or 7 guys up with your running back in there. So 7 guys on the line. That means there's only 1 guy over every single guy with no safety over the middle of the field. So you got to take those shots, and you got to be able to win in those scenarios. And I thought we missed one to Cam, and then we got the one to Ymir for a big one. And then we had another one or 2 after that, but we just, again, wanted to keep the ball on the ground. Just rotation. I think it was just a rotation. We're just trying to keep them rotating. That's a tough team that's downhill and blitzing. You don't want just one running back to carry the ball 40 to 50 times in that game. It's too much. So we're just rotating through and just continuing with the what our rotation is.
How special is it for you as a coach to see the two brothers both play well in the same game?
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I think that, again, I grew up in a football family, and I think to have two on this, brothers on the same team that battled and played as hard as they did together, there's nothing better than that. This is really about family ultimately, and I think to watch, two guys that grew up in the same household battle, and have success like they did, there's something very, very special about that. And they had two on this team as well, and I think that, Seth and his brother Ko are phenomenal football players as well, and just, when you have that special bond, there's a special bond with players anyway, because you go to battle, you bleed, you sweat, you fight, you work all together like you do. But when you're actually grew up in the same household, it's even a little more special.
I know you mentioned TJ coming back home.
Yep.
Chris gets his pick coming back home.
Yep.
Anyway, had a good game coming back home.
Yep.
Did y'all mention that as a staff at all about some of these guys? That went home?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's what we talked about before we took the field out there. It's like welcome home to a lot of these guys, and really a special, special place for them to come back and play. And it was awesome that we were able to come away with the victory.
How was Dobbs' progress?
Good. I mean, before the game, he's like, I should be going right now. And at halftime, there was a little conversation about him putting his pads on because he was, he felt good enough. We just didn't want to, put him in a compromising situation.
When you're playing against a quarterback as mobile as
Yep.
Joseph,
Yep.
what does having Kyrie and Eric on the edge bring to the team? What do they do to be able to stop the quarterback from beating you on the ground?
Yeah, I think that you have to be able to contain him, and I like the way they were able to take their edges, and when they had to run at him on the pass rush, they were able to come away clean with it. But they also understood I can't get too far behind him because that's going to open up windows for them to be able to go. They're very intelligent football players, very good football players, tough football players, and just great guys to be around. And it's fun to watch them understand the mission and then go out and execute it and have fun doing it. They talk about it. They're coming to the side. They're confident as can be. And that's like that's a special moment when you have guys that aren't panicked, when they're just love what they're doing and love who they're doing it with.
I mean, Petway's kind of been the main guy all year. Like, he took, I believe, 19 carries today. Just talk about that increased workload continuing to be the guy down the stretch.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think when you saw him in the fourth quarter, when we had to run the ball, everybody knew we had to run the ball. We knew we had to run the ball. They knew we had to run the ball. And he put his pads down and got some tough yards to be able to, keep the drives alive for us.